It took me about 2 months of me staying with my ex-husband to get my house. I'm not wearing any makeup today. Well, I'm not wearing any skin makeup. I'm just wearing like mascara, eyeliner, and my eyebrows are done. I got quite a bit to do today. I have like almost 40 units to go check out for the day. And I want to make sure that I don't have to worry about like none of my skin stuff. So I did a 20-minute hit this morning. It was interesting. I just realized that I be smoking a lot. My chest, the way my chest was hurting. But even when I do hikes and stuff, even when I do hikes, it feels really good when um even though my chest hurts during the process, it feels good after the process. So as I'm looking at my wing, I'm realizing that I didn't extend this wing out as much as I did this one. I regret buying my house because it's not going to be super in depth just because I don't have much time to talk about it right now. But I feel like there's repair after repair after repair. And when I got the house, I was a little bit more motivated and I was, I guess, delusioned to thinking that that the repairs were easier than what they are and that I could do them. I'd like to think of myself as handy, but without the knowledge, I could look up how to do things and look up the correct way. So I will give myself that. But just having the skill and the knowledge off the top of my head, I don't have that. But I do have the want and the drive to want to do it until I got my house. Once I got this house, I realized how many things needed to be corrected with it. And then I became overwhelmed. And I think the biggest thing with the house that really bothers me is the foundation. It seems like the foundation is not leveled. I've had two different contractors come out who've confirmed that the foundation is not leveled, and I can afford it. I can't do it myself. So, because it's not level, it causes other issues with the house, like with there's being some cracks in the wall, or some of the frames, like the door frames, aren't aren't even and aren't leveled either. So it causes that. I just found a hole, a little tiny hole. It looks like from like maybe a pebble from a guy who does my yard. So it might be a pebble that hit the window. There's so many things with property that needs to be fixed and worked on, and I just got extremely overwhelmed with wanting to do it. And it just reminded me that I don't want to be a home buyer. Now, had the house been in a little better condition, or there was things that I could fix with it, I would do that. But I just feel so overwhelmed with so many things that could be done. Like currently, right now, my dishwasher does not work. That's fine. I could probably fix it, but then it looks like it might be a plumbing issue, which I cannot do. I'm not going to attempt to do anything with plumbing because I just don't know anything about plumbing to do anything with plumbing. So before I even get a new dishwasher, I need to have a plumber come out to just inspect to make sure, like, why is there a leak under my sink? Is that the reason why my dishwasher was backing up? So yeah, there's that. And then there's like when I bought the house, and I'm not blaming, this is on me because I bought the house impulsively. I was depressed and I was just trying to get out of the situation and that I was in. So I was staying with my ex-husband for a couple months. I moved out here in June. I bought my house August 16th. So it took me about 2 months of me staying with my ex-husband to get my house. Mind you, I went to stay with my ex-husband on like a really depressed. I was not myself. I was depressed. I was impulsive. I just was trying to do something. So that something was to buy a house. And I was fooled and I was dumb. They literally put makeup on a pig with my house. And I'm still finding things. I'm still finding things wrong with the house. And it's been a couple years now. So at this point, I just realized I wouldn't want a new build because I've been watching videos of new builds gone wrong. I just want a good, solid home. I did have a home inspector. I brought up my concerns about the floor being there was like some concaves and convexes in the floor. I brought it up to the real estate agent. The real estate agent was like, "Oh, it's just from the overlay." I I did not know really. I didn't know anything about structural. I didn't know anything about foundation. So I took what she said. I was very, very skeptical about it still. But I took what she said and I was like, okay, so maybe it's this. But I knew, like, in the back of my head, I knew. So then she recommended, because mind you, I'm in a city where I don't know anybody but my ex husband and then his family's out here. So, like, I don't have any connections as far as like realtors. I don't have any connections as far as home inspectors, as far as contractors. I had no connections here. So I went through her home inspector. Her home inspector did the home inspection. I brought it up to him too. He made no comment about it. He went under the crawl space and didn't mention anything under like that was wrong with the crawl space. My crawl space is very low and is very scary, and I tried to not go in there. So me and my ex have both gone under there. I don't go very far, but I think I probably need to because I did have another contractor go under my house and he was saying that it was not great. So I was just baffled that the first home inspector said that it was decent under my house. Like, it doesn't feel like it is. But yes, the home inspector that the real estate agent recommended, I go through him. And again, I didn't know anyone. I could have just Googled it, I'm sure. But again, I was just rushing the process. I was just trying to get out of my situation and trying to move forward in life. Again, that's all on me. Now I know, especially since now I do inspections too. I'm getting better and I'm training myself on what to look for when it comes to buying another house. I'm on the fence right now. I would never buy a house that had structural issues. Never. That's something I won't ever do again. Like, if I feel like there's some foundation issues, I'm gonna just go with my gut and never buy it again. Oh wait, you guys, I might have to go. I do. I have to go. Quick summary is that at this point in my life, I realized that I don't want to own a home. I'd rather just rent. Tell you that I am hurting right now. I do, like, my low back is killing me. Like, it just feels like I need to stretch really, really good. I just feel like I need to stretch because, yeah. I had a lot of units to inspect today. I did have a coworker shadowing me while I did it, and that went great. I'm glad she came. I got to see how some of the PBB units look. Me and her decided to meet back at the office at like 1:15. That's literally like almost an hour, 45 minutes after our designated lunchtime. We've been there for a while. I sent her off because we were about to leave. Then, as we were leaving, a guy came basically running up to my car to see where can I go that way? Damn it, I think I could have gone that. A guy basically came up to my car to get me to re-inspect his unit. So I, of course, had to go back because I rather have done it today than have to go and do it a later day. So I just went back today, but just so happens as that man had came and saw me, another lady had came out and needed her unit to be inspected. So I ended up having to do 2 additional ones after I sent my coworker off. Both agreed to meet up to like just grab something to eat and then to head back to the office beforehand. To go back and rewatch what I was saying about the house and why I don't want it so I can do a little bit more filling in.